Hello guys and welcome in. My name is Battlemick and today I have for you my very first guide for Star Citizen. Today we're going to be covering mining, specifically Quantanium on the moon of Lyria. Okay, so I'm going to go through and give you some tips on what to use, how to find Quantanium, and the mining process and everything that follows. So without further ado, let's get right into it. Alright, so first things first, we are in a prospector. This is not a rented prospector. This is a prospector that I own, and that is very important because with a rented prospector, you can't change out the mining heads, and that's going to be a very, very important factor, whether we can mine Quant or not. So what we're going to do, we're going to make our way. We are hanging around Arc L1, the refinery station that's there. It's in close proximity to Lyria, makes travel time a lot less. As you know, Quantanium is a volatile material, so we have a very limited amount of time to get back once we've mined it. So what we're going to do, we're going to enter the station here. We're going to make our way down to the refinery deck, and I'll see you guys once we're down there. All right, arriving down on the refinery deck, we're going to go into the mining supply center here, over in the trade console. What we're after is the Lancet mining head for the prospector. Not super expensive. You're only going to have to buy this once. Not a consumable product, so don't worry about having it being an ongoing cost. Once you buy it, it's yours. Okay, so grab that head. That is is going to allow us to mine the Quantanium. So yeah, go ahead, grab that, chuck it on your prospector through the vehicle loadout tab, just like you would with putting on new modules for your ship, weapons, and etc. etc. Now I won't be covering modules on this in this guide. I thought I'd keep it fairly simple and kind of center this guide around more newer people that are trying to get into mining for the first time. I don't want to overload you guys with a bunch of information, so we're going to keep it really, really simple here, just with the Lancet head, no modules, and we'll go out and I can much more easily explain to you what's happening. All right, so we're going to plot our course to Lyria. If you guys don't know, Lyria is a moon of ArcCorp. So we're going to head over there. It doesn't really matter where you go. It can be really up to you. Do you want to be on the light side of the planet? Do you want to be on the dark side of the planet? Completely up to you. Plot whatever course you want on the moon itself. That's not going to really affect what we're doing. It's all going to be about knowing where to look to find the Quant in the first place. So let's jump over to Lyria now and we'll get started, and I'll show you how to find those rocks. All right, arriving at Lyria. Now we're going to jump down to our point that we put there. Like I said, where you go on the planet doesn't really matter. You can basically go anywhere, so don't stress too much. I've chosen the Shubin mining facility, SAL-2, just because it's the first one I saw probably. So we'll jump down there, and now I'm going to show you where to look, so you have the most success of finding something. Quantanium mining can be a bit of RNG. Sometimes I've found really good rocks with a high percentage a few minutes into my mining run. Sometimes I've spent an hour and a half and not found anything. So what we're going to do, what I'm hitting there is the tab button. The tab is going to send out a ping. I've limited that to 180 degrees, so it's only going to show things that are in front of me. Now, a general rule of thumb is I like to follow the mountain ranges. I find that the Quantanium spawns a lot more along the mountainous regions rather than the flat plains. So what we're going to do, we're going to cruise along. I've set my speed. As you can see there, I've set my speed on the velocity meter just there. And we're going to go, we're going to hold a low altitude. The altimeters are broken at the moment. In the prospector anyway, on Lyria, I find that the altimeter's broken. So we're just going to hold this speed. We're going to go along and we're going to hit tab. We're going to ping. Now you'll notice these yellow square areas coming up. That means that your scanner has detected something. So what you need to do, you need to get in under 4 kilometers. And if there is a rock there, a white little diamond, I suppose you would call it, will pop up on your map. I call them blips. All right, so we're going to call them blips from now on. Makes it it sounds a bit better than white little diamond. So we're going to go through, we're going to continue scanning. What you're going to be looking for is more, 2 or more. Basically, you want to see 2 or more blips come up on your map in the same area. So when they spawn in, there needs to be 2 or more. Quantanium will not spawn as a single rock. And this is the frustrating thing. You will come across a lot of rocks out there that are not going to have what you're after. And yeah, we're looking for that signature of 2 spawning in at the same time, 2 or more. A group is better, because then there's a higher chance that you're going to get something with a decent yield. And we're just going to do this for either the next 15 minutes or the next hour and 15 minutes. All right, so this mining run wasn't too bad. I was probably out here for maybe 15 minutes before I found something. But there you go. See those 2 blips that have come up on my right side? That's exactly what you're looking for. So now that we've located these rocks, we're going to come in a bit closer and we're going to give them a scan. We're going to see what's inside of them. So getting nice and close. I've pulled my scanner out. That is V to bring out scanning mode. Getting nice and close. We're going to scan these rocks and see what's in them. Now, for me personally, a general rule of thumb is I will not mine any rock that is below 20% Quantanium. Now, that can change depending on the size of the rock, if it's large, if it's small. If it's small with a percent of 25, I probably won't look at it. But if it's a large rock, like a 7K mass, then yes, I will, because it will be worth my time. But now that we've located the rock, we're going to start mining, and I'm going to explain to you exactly how we do it. So I've paused the video here just so I can give you a better explanation of what's happening on the screen. So I've gone into mining mode. You press M to bring out your mining laser. So on the screen right in front of you, on the left side, you can see laser intensity. On the right side, you can see charge level. Now what we do, we bring out the mining head. We use the scroll wheel to bring up the laser intensity up to 100%. And then on the right side, the charge level will start to climb. And what you need to do as that level climbs, you're looking to get it in the optimal. That green little sliver there is where you want to hold the charge level. As it comes up to the green, you then use your scroll wheel to regulate the laser intensity to keep it in the green. Now, it doesn't matter if you go into the red a little bit. I do it all the time. But you don't want to hold it in the red. If you hold it in the red and that red chunk fills up, the rock will explode. And 9 times out of 10, the explosion will take you with it. All right, so that's something to keep in the back of your mind. You know, if you've got ore already on board, you're going to lose everything, any gear that you've got on you. Okay, so it does take a little bit of practice. Maybe practice on some smaller rocks that have nothing in them as a bit of a starter to help you get used to it, but you will get better the more you do it. So I'm just going to let this clip play out, and I'm going to show you exactly how I do it. I've turned off the lights here just to make visibility a bit easier for myself. You don't have to. If you can see fine with the lights on, feel free to leave them on. But for me personally, I can see it better without the lights. So I'm just going to shut up, and I'm going to let you see what's involved in splitting the rock down. And then after that's done, I'll jump back in, and then I'll explain what we do after that. All right, now that we've fractured the rock has come into little chunks. We need to go through, we need to scan all of these chunks to see where our Quantanium is gone, and we're going to break them down further. Now, I know that they need to be broken down further by the outline. So any rock with an outline that is yellow needs to be broken down further, and any that come up as purple are ready to extract. So we're going to go through, we're just going to scan these, see where the Quantanium is gone. Then I'm going to pick which ones I want. I'm going to break them down further, and then we'll go from there. Now, the process of breaking down these smaller rocks is the exact same as breaking down the initial rock. It's just going to require a little bit less power. You got to pay a little bit more attention. This is where you're going to, if you're going to blow yourself up, this is where you're going to do it, and I've done it many a times. So don't worry if you do kill yourself accidentally. I've done it multiple times, okay? It's all part of the learning process, and you will get the hang of it eventually. All right, now that we've broken down all the rocks I want, you can see I'm trying to get that one there, but I couldn't get it, and I couldn't be bothered. We're going to switch over to extraction mode. So with your mining laser out, you hit the right mouse button, and you go through. Now you can see that rock has a purple outline. That means that it can be extracted. So we can go through, we can scan it. You can take your time here. We're under no time constraints. We don't have any Quantanium on board, so our payload is not unstable yet. Now that I've started extracting, a timer has started. You now have 15 minutes to get the Quantanium to a refinery. If you don't get there within 15 minutes, the payload's going to explode, and you are going to die, okay? So I've done all this prep work first. I've cracked the rock. I've cracked all the bits I want. I know what I want to get, and now I've started extracting. Where I've placed us over in RKL1, the travel time is short, so you actually have a lot more time than you think. So don't stress. Okay, you're not going to be cutting it fine. We've got plenty of time to get back, so you can just take your time. Make sure you're grabbing all of the rocks that you want and getting the most Quantanium. In a perfect world, you would get a full load of 100% Quantanium, but that doesn't always happen. For the purpose of this video, I just picked this rock that I found. I didn't want to be spending 5 hours recording just to get one decent rock. So for you guys, especially if you're new, this is a really good starting point. And yeah, we're just going to go through, we're going to check all these purple outlined rocks, we're going to suck up what we want, and then we're going to make our way back to the refinery. All right, we've arrived back at RKL1. What you're going to do, come in, do your normal procedure, request landing, get on board, go down, store your ship. All right, make sure you store your ship. Then we're going to run down to the elevator, and then we're going to go down to the refinery deck. All right, here we are at the refinery deck. We're going to run down this corridor here, down to the end, and then up the stairs to ore processing. So past the mining supply shop where you bought your mining head from, which is there on the right. We're going to go up the stairs, and we're going to go in here. Now you got two options. All right, you can sell your ore directly, unrefined. You can sell if you're desperate of money. This is still a viable option to make money. You can sell it directly, unrefined, straight to the refinery. Or if you go over to these panels here, we can get the Quantanium refined, and it will be worth nearly double of its worth if you sold it raw. So we're going to go through. I'm going to choose the Quantanium to refine. Only the Quantanium. We don't not worried about the other things in there. Now there's a whole bunch of methods. What I'm going to do, I'm going to bring something up on screen now, and I will leave some links down below. The methods are different. Some are high yield, high cost, and take a long time. They might be high yield, low cost, take a long time. They might be really cheap, really quick, but you get a very low yield. So that is your call to make. But regardless of what method you choose, you have successfully done your very first Quantanium mining run. Guys and girls, thank you so much for watching. If you did enjoy the video and you thought I did a good job, consider leaving a like on the video. If you have any suggestions, leave a comment down below. I would love to hear your feedback, what I did good and what I could improve on. And if you're not subscribed, as always, make sure you hit that subscribe button and the little bell notification so that you get notified next time I post another video. And with that being said, guys, thank you again for watching, and I will see you all out in the verse.